The nation waits with bated breath to hear just what plans and policies and programs will be outlined in the 2020 budget when it is delivered by Finance Minister Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell on December 20th. But what are some of those expectations? We have been speaking with a number of interest groups and organizations, one of which is the Grenada Conference of Churches. What are their expectations? It ranges from the whole issue of child sexual abuse and how it should be addressed or handled by the church, the issue of financial losses in the face of natural disasters, and also the lowering of taxes. The Grenada Conference of Churches, which represents membership at the Catholic, Anglican, Methodist, Presbyterian and Baptist churches, says of primary concern is the possibility of further taxes on goods and services, and this, if added, can lead to further financial and societal concerns. President Reverend Silbert Prescott says taxes, if any, should be kept at a minimum. When taxes are placed on goods and services, particularly, it is the vulnerable people in society who are affected most. So our concern is basically that these taxes be kept to a minimum. As it relates to the impact of natural disasters, the conference president suggested financial buffers for losses sustained. Jubilee Caribbean has been successful in lobbying with international lending agencies to provide some form of debt relief, like in the form of moratoriums on loans for countries who suffer setbacks from natural disasters and so on. And so I'm wondering whether something like that can be explored. Reverend Prescott says one target area should be what he terms people who are vulnerably employed. Those persons, because they don't have a formal work arrangement, might have difficulty accessing loans and credits and so on from banks and other lending institutions. So what can be put in place to help to give support to those kind of institutions, for those kind of persons? As for the issue of child sexual abuse, the conference admits that there is room for improvement. Well, I think the church does a lot of work in a sense, and one of the things with the church, and I know from the perspective of the Conference of Churches, we do a lot of work behind the scenes. I mean, it is not that we are always publicizing the work that we are doing. The Finance Ministry over the past few months sought sectoral feedback on the proposed 2020 plan. Just how much of the recommendation will be incorporated is left to be seen. As the countdown continues towards the 2020 budget, I am Eugenia Peters for GBN News.